Yeah, I've heard that number a lot in the last couple of weeks, to be honest, the 44-year-old. Look, there is no real secret. Probably the biggest difference for me is that I've only been playing rugby league probably at a higher level for the last 4 or 5 years. I haven't been playing it my whole career like Jamie probably has. So that's made a big difference, I think, for me with my body. I was playing touch football. But yeah, it's just keeping fit, looking after yourself, eating the right foods. But yeah, as I said, if I could have a dollar for every time my age has been mentioned, especially probably in the last 3 weeks, I'd be very rich. But I just feel it shouldn't, your age shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what number you've got next on your birth certificate. It's if you've got the will and the drive and you're really passionate about it, which I am with rugby league, and I love the game so much, and you know, I've just felt that I've still been able to play. So yeah, look at it. And the question was, I haven't hung my boots up. I'd just like to let you know that I have hung the boots up as of after last Friday night. But like, it's been a great journey and experience, and I'm looking forward to moving forward. Definitely, like, I played touch football up till I was 39 at a high level for Australia, so I was relatively fit playing touch. As you can imagine, it's a fairly fast game. So fitness-wise, it was great. I was probably a lot fitter than the rugby league girls at the time, because it's such a difference. But the contact obviously is the difference, and I did have to change my body a little bit to go into league, by putting on a little bit, probably not being as lean and protecting myself a little bit. But the contact side of it, and you know, I say to all young girls coming through, the contact is just a fear thing. If you get past that fear of the contact, it doesn't matter what size you are, you can play rugby league. So that was probably the biggest transition, was just the contact. And that's a credit to the women's game, and it's now being shown nationally on television. We just had State of Origin last Friday night. We had every NRLW game being showed on television. So the interest there is now for females wanting to play the game, and the perception, I think, is slowly starting to change, that rugby league is only for males, and that we're now getting it out there that it is for females and they can play. So from a New South Wales perspective, we vision that in the coming years that we want to be able to give every female, no matter where she is from the age of 6 and up, an opportunity to play rugby league. And to do that, we need to work hard and making sure that we're accommodating these girls by creating competitions, whether it's in school or in clubland. So our vision is basically that we're making sure that we're going to give these girls those opportunities with those competitions, and also with our pathways. Our pathways, probably for the first time ever for the female game, are actually quite clear, that we can now, you know, allow a girl, no matter where she lives, whether it's in the rural areas of New South Wales or she's in Metro Sydney, an opportunity to play for the city side, the countryside, New South Wales, play for an NRL club, and then go on to play for Australia. And we can do that with our pathways through our New South Wales competitions and everything that we're providing. It's worked a little bit both ways. I had the unique opportunity just for this last Origin that I was actually going away as the assistant coach for the New South Wales women's side, but also / the 20th player, and then ended up playing myself. But it actually worked in a really good way, because not only did it help me being a player, it helped me to understand the coaching side of it, and the coaching side of it, being a coach, you know, helped go back as a player as well. So obviously, being an assistant at the NRLW, I've been able to work with some really great coaches there. It break the game down. So as a player, it made me understand and appreciate the game a little bit more, and you know, allow me to understand the technical side of it, which I think it did help me playing after that. But as a player going into the coaching role, it helped being a player, a current player, it helped those coaches also understand the needs that the girls had, and, you know, help them out with, you know, even though the girls were playing at a higher level, our game's still in such infancy in the female side of it, and, you know, the girls are like sponges and they want to learn, and we actually have to break the game down a little bit more for these girls to understand it. So I think it probably helped me more as a coach being a player than a player going into the coaching. So it sort of worked both ways, and it's been really good, and I've really enjoyed the experience. But now, yeah, hanging those boots up as the player, I can now just concentrate on that coaching role.